Finally, there is sunshine, and I can actually talk about stuff without having to, resort to artificial lights. This is, you couldn't tell by looking at the first part of the cover here. You might think this was something really weird. This is actually Shadowman #7, which doesn't feature Shadowman on the cover. Instead, it's got Punk Mambo, who's mimicking Jack Nicholson from The Shining. Why? I have no idea. This is a terrible cover. Whoever greenlit this was a mistake. You shouldn't have went for it. It's not working. This art style doesn't play. That's not the right character. Maybe if you had, oh, I don't know, Jack sticking his face through the door in Jack Nicholson's role, it would make sense. Like, Shadow Man's name is literally Jack. I don't get it either. Now, I really wanted to like this book because we've been doing like great stuff, great stuff, great stuff. The first like 5 issues of this series were just jam packed with woe. There was so much cool stuff. It rode like the horror line, you know. It introduced like scary things, showed us scary stuff. It was creepy. It was effective. This issue, on the other hand, I'm not really quite sure how to put it. It didn't work for me. So this issue is kind of like, hey, what if we took an entire story arc of Shadow Man and friends battling? Like we took, oh, it's not even a story. What if we took an entire crossover event of Shadow Man and friends battling monsters, and instead of spreading it out over like 12 issues or 24 issues and cramming it into 4 months or something, we just put it all in one issue. We just skipped through like all sorts of storyline because all the text, the only text in the book, the only text bubbles here are him, Jack, Shadow Man, talking to himself, musing about stuff. So there's all this cool looking, shenanigans going on. Got Punk Mambo fighting the dead side. You got Jack figuring himself out, getting ready to go fight and stuff like that. And while all this is going on, he's just being emo. He's being emo Jack. And that's it. Like, he shouldn't be sitting around moping. He's the Shadow Man. After being that character for, 30 years now, you'd think he'd just go, my prior plan, where I was moping and trying to be peaceful and stuff, didn't work. Maybe I should just kill everybody. Like, you would think, like, he would do that. Or you would think we would actually get, like, to watch him grow as that person, to start from his doubts and grow through everything else. And I'm trying to find the part where he's fighting his own Loa. You would think, like, he would grow through this kind of stuff, and struggle and become a better person, become a stronger person, but we don't get that. There's like 2 pages of like that kind of struggle, and then we're just kind of back to him moping about everything. It's not very effective. It sped the story along. I wonder if this was supposed to be a longer series and it got shortened or cut or something. I saw an ad in here that says there's like big events coming up for like every other other characters and stuff. Where's that ad at? Hold on. Let me find that for you. Yeah. So who cares? Yeah, that might be all right. That's probably him. That's probably Shadow Man stuff because like right over there you can kind of see. But there's a whole lot of stuff here that doesn't involve him. So I guess tying up these characters for the duration of a worldwide demon incursion is probably not on the table. They should have went for it, by the way. Out of all the modern Valiant stuff, Shadow Man is definitely the most interesting part of it. Fun art. We're just rushing the story way, way too much. And I say that as somebody who goes, man, deconstruction really sucks. But this is like 12, this should be like 12 issues of a book. All the stuff that's happening in here. Which you could have done if Shadow Man was decoupled from the rest of the Valiant universe. If the stuff happening in Shadow Man didn't drag everyone else into like a nightmare world for those 12 issues, then you could totally explore that. You could totally explore what it means to have the dead side like swamp the world. You could explore Jack's motivations, his psyche. You could get into the minds of like the abettors. Punk Mambo is here, and she's like an integral part of what's going on too. So we can throw her in as well. That's not a big deal. But we see, like everybody else in the Valiant universe, go back to page 2 and 3, is busy fighting this stuff too. Like there's Livewire, Ninja K, Bloodshot, like everybody in town is busy fighting this stuff. So we can't really have everybody else's stories advancing while this is going on. I don't even know who has a series in the Valiant universe anymore. But yeah, I really wanted to like this, and instead of being like, oh man, this is so great, like I said about some of the previous issues, I just got to tell you, I got to be honest. This is all right, but it feels like a waste. It feels like we're wasting a lot of potential here for interesting, cool stories. All right, you all take care of yourselves. You have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. Hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye bye.